Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. As you can see by the title of the video, I'm basically gonna just be giving you guys an update of what's been happening. So for those of you that may be confused by this video, last week I had posted just a video on my Insta story that I was in A&E. First off, I had gone to just a local doctor because I've been having chest pains and breathing difficulties, since November last year. But this time I noticed it was getting worse, especially since I was traveling. The pain was excruciating, and even breathing, I would be sitting down, like how I'm sitting down and talking to you guys right now. I'd be sitting down and I would just be running out of breath, and even walking, I wouldn't be able to walk too far. So after my trip, I decided, let me get home and then I'll go and see the doctor and see what's happening. So I booked an appointment, went to the doctors, took my blood pressure, temperature, everything, what they normally do. And obviously he asked me, have you been traveling? I said yeah. And also I mentioned that I had these contraception pills that I was taking that was prescribed by the doctor. So these are the pills. I don't know if you can see them. So those are the pills. When I told him that I was on the pill and that I traveled for more than 8 hours, once he checked everything, immediately, obviously he just said, you need to go straight to A&E. So he called the hospital first before I went there, to just tell them that he's sending me to them because he thinks that I have a blood clot. Obviously, after finding that out, it hadn't really hit me yet. So I just told my dad, Dad, we need to go to the hospital because I've been told to go straight to the hospital. So I went to the hospital. They took my blood pressure again. They checked my heart rate and everything else. And then they had to take my blood. So I was there for hours and hours and hours, which I'll post the little videos I was posting while I was waiting. So this time I was basically waiting for my blood results that they had taken. And then a few hours later, the doctor comes back and says, we've noticed in your blood that there could be possibility of a blood clot. So obviously they had to keep me overnight. I had to have a CT scan, but it was too late for the scan at that time, so I would need to have it the next day. So I stayed that night. The whole night they just plugged those heart monitor things to just check my heart rate the whole night. And yeah, the next morning, now it was obviously the time for the CT. I had an x-ray as well the night before. I don't really remember them giving me any results for the x-ray, but the next morning it was now time for the CT scan. And obviously they had to put this, just thinking of it is making me cringe. They had to put this injection that basically is like, it's kind of like they had to connect, obviously that injection that they inject into your hand is for them to, if they need to connect it to some tubes, obviously to put some medicine, whether it's medicine or water, they have to put it before you have the scan. And I just remember the nurse tried it on my arm here and it failed, and that needle is massive. I will show you, I'll post a picture on there. That needle is huge. Then it tried to go on there, my vein collapsed. It was just like, nah, I don't have time for this. And then obviously she had to do it on this hand, which she had to distract me because it was so painful. So obviously she did what she needed to do, and then it was time for the scan. Went to the scan. I've never had a scan before. I've never had a CT scan before, so I didn't know what to expect. So we went in, and then obviously once the scan started, they let you know that they have to put this thing called a dye in your body. So it basically it's like it helps them see through the scan whether you have any blood clots, you know, in your body. So obviously they tell you before, like, oh, we're gonna put the dye now. Obviously they've connected it through the pipe, through the one which is on your arm. So they tell you, oh, okay, we're gonna put the dye in your arm now. They're telling you to put your arms like this, and you've got this thing obstructing your arm, and it's really painful. I just remember when they put the dye through my arm, the pain that was in my arm, it felt as if somebody was stepping on my arm on top of the pipe that is in my arm. They were stepping on it, like really painful. And then the dye just once it goes in, it makes your whole body very hot. You know, it even feels like you're weighing yourself. You know, I mean, they tell you that before. You know, you feel like you're weighing yourself, but you're not. It just, your whole body just gets hot. You know, and then how fast the dye goes into your body, it just made my arm hurt even more, because you're there folding your arm and you've got this tube there, and then you got this medicine that goes in through your arm so fast. Anyway, it was something I would not wish on anybody, you know. So obviously, fast forward, they did the scan. I was taken back to my room, and then they came back and they were like, yeah, you have a blood clot in your artery in your lungs. So what, I don't know, I feel like it hasn't really hit me yet. You know, with my family, obviously they were very, very worried, because for those of you that didn't know my mom died from a blood clot. So for my family, it was very worrying, because it was kind of like deja vu. Oh, it's happening all over again. For me, I wasn't really thinking like that. I feel like I was at peace, because I knew God had this in control. So I wasn't scared. I just knew, like, whatever the situation, whatever is God's will, it will be done. So I wasn't scared. So when they told me, obviously, you have a blood clot, and they had to keep me another night, because they had to give me some medication. So they're called blood thinners. So it's supposed to thin your blood, and it's kind of like it's supposed to also obviously thin the blood clot. So they had to keep me overnight. So the first time I had to take that medicine, they wanted to just see how my body reacted to the medicine. I mean, I'm still, obviously, I left on Friday last week. I left the hospital on Friday last week, but I've just been in recovery mode. Like, I can't really do much, you know, because my body just shuts down. Yeah, mostly my body just shuts down. I don't really have much energy to do anything, you know, and then my breathing is on and off. I mean, I'm not scared really about it. I think what makes me emotional is one of the nights I was in the hospital when my dad and my brother had obviously come to see me, and then after they left, it was like really late in the evening. I had the light off in my room, and I just remember that night, I was so at peace. I felt like, you know, like that was the night I was scared. I wasn't scared of death, you know. I was just like, if it's God's will, it's God's will. I think what worried me most, you know, is just mostly leaving my family behind. I didn't want especially my dad, my brother, to go through the same thing, you know, to experience the same pain for the second time. I think the more the days are going, the more it's probably hitting me slowly, you know. With this obviously comes a lot of thoughts, you know, fear, especially for a woman. If you want to have a baby, you get scared. You don't want it to lessen your chance of having a child, or even during birth, you don't want to bleed to death. The recovery is slow, but we thank God. You know, we thank God. It could have been worse. If I left it longer, it could have been worse. So thank God. Through this process, it's definitely showed me a lot. Like, when you go through tough times, you really get to see people who really care for you, who really love you. I had family back home who would call me, who would check up on me. My dad and my brother always came to see me and to keep me company most of the time. My brother, just the small gestures he did, just like helping me with my food when I wasn't able to eat properly because of my arm hurting, or just small gestures like them bringing me food, or him giving me his Netflix login so I can watch some programs while I'm in the hospital, you know. And obviously for my dad, he's the one who took me to the hospital and he waited with me. Moments like this, that's when you really see who really loves you. And I just thank God so much for my family, you know. Even like my mom, just checking up on me, just making sure I don't do anything like heavy. I'm very grateful for people that really love me. You know, I thank God for them. Enough crying now. I just wanted to say thank you so much for anyone that's reached out, you know, anyone that's been checking up on me, you know, anyone that's praying for me, anyone that has been wishing me well, anything like that, you know, my family. Just thank you so much for, you know, checking up on me and making sure that I'm okay, you know. May God bless you abundantly. May He keep you safe. We rebuke any demons like these blood clots. We rebuke them from your families, and we just pray for health. Apart from that, I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. And for the new subscribers, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Wambo clan. Okay. I hope you enjoy my content, and I hope you know, ride with me through this journey. But yeah, I just hope you guys have a blessed day wherever you are. Just have a blessed day, and thank you guys again for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.